as we enter preseason week 3, let's go. What did Baldy learn this past week? Because preseason week 2 is a big week for a lot of teams. You saw a lot of guys play, right? So let's kind of go through. We'll save the Eagles for last, but let's go through the league first. And let's
Okay.
go, what did Baldy learn? And let's go this past week. What did you see? Kind of
You want to go team? Are you going to throw teams at me, or you
I'm
just
going to
want to see
throw
in general?
divisions at you. All right.
Throw a division at me.
This way we'll go groupings. Let's
Okay.
go AFC East. So you had the Patriots and you got the Bills.
I mean, Geno Smith went out there for the Jets. The ball didn't hit
Yeah.
the ground. Complete his first 7 passes, touchdown pass to the tight end. It was pretty impressive looking drive. You can say it's preseason, all this stuff, but I mean, you look at the upgrade in talent that they have. Now I know Brees Hall is out, but you look at the right tackle is a really good football player. You look at Garrett Wilson back healthy. You look at Mason Taylor, tight end, looks like he could really be coming on.
I liked my. I wanted the Eagles to get Mason Taylor. I liked him.
I swear. Well, I mean, this is. I hate doing this, but sometimes you just say these things. Like when you watch him at LSU, and then you understand who his dad is, and the genetics of the family. You go, could this be Travis Kelce?
Right.
Because he's the same size as Travis, and he runs well. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, Travis had Mahomes most of his career. He's going to the Hall of Fame. I don't want to put anybody in that, but he does remind you, like big, smooth,
Yeah.
athlete.
Yeah. No, I think we did the tight ends that year. He's coming out, and he's a guy that we both really liked. All right. Let's go.
Well, you saw the Patriots. You saw the Patriots. So, they're thin at some positions, really thin. Like, they lost their right tackle the 5th play of the game against the Eagles. And, they threw this kid in from Texas A&M. He's not ready. He's definitely not ready. I mean, you look at Ty Robinson, he went crazy. They had one breakdown after another. So, but, that Kyle Williams can flat out run, now they're going to talk about AJ and all this. They need speed. That Kyle Williams ran right by a pretty good corner, Ambry Thomas. Like he ran right by it.
Dude, it was funny, Baldy. Last year, there was a play where he got a little time, and I'm like, why aren't they using him? He had a couple do you remember that? It was a long touchdown. It was a beautiful throw, right? And the kid's got great speed. You're right. And I kept wondering, why aren't they integrating this kid as a deep threat?
I mean, everybody's looking for explosive plays in their offense because it's just too hard in this league just to march 12 plays and go, 65 yards, whatever. They're looking for the chunk plays, and so Kyle Williams, like he was that guy last year, you're right. They just, teams just cut down the other day to 80 players, so they cut a couple receivers, but like he has a chance. Miami, the Dolphins, they're another draft away. But I love the coach. I love the coach. I was at a scrimmage last week against the Giants. I mean, it was 90 and 90 out there, humidity, heat. Both coaches had their players on the field for 2.5 hours. Like they're getting trained the right way. The line could be good. They need some help on defense still. The offensive line position is okay. They could be a little bit better on the right side.
Let's go to the north. Deshaun Watson. Ew.
Well, I mean, look. I understand fans, but every Eagle quarterback, cuz going back to Norm Snead, to Roman Gabriel, they've all been booed. Quarterbacks get booed in certain towns. Like he got booed for a lot of different reasons. But honestly, they got a pretty good young team. The quarterback play, whether it's Shedeur or Deshaun, it doesn't look great to me. But Todd Monken, like he got the job and he knew he had to go through this.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you got a great quarterback draft coming up. You just bite the bullet and go, go.
They've had good drafts. They've got good young players. A lot of young talent on that team. Both receivers, I think, can play. Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston. I think both kids are an upgrade. So
I agree with that. Yeah.
So look, first of all, I mean, this isn't the same. It's not apples to apples here at all. But I was in New Orleans last year, and I'm like, how is Tyler Shuck not starting over Spencer Rattler? And they started Spencer Rattler the first 6 weeks. He wasn't good. They weren't good. Shuck came in. They played much better. Like sometimes they get it wrong, and maybe Shador is the guy. Maybe by the time you get to October, Shador's in there. It doesn't mean it's for the whole season. It's just,
No,
uh,
and listen, for them, if I'm a Browns fan, I'm rooting for 0-17.
Yeah, the problem for them
Great draft.
it is a great draft. The problem is, like Baldy was saying, like they have a pretty decent team, and they're gonna win games by accident. The defense is solid. Like they got guys now. The quarterback.
The quarterback plays so bad.
I know, but they might get 6 wins by accident over there. They've been stuck in that limbo for a while where they can't get down to
bad.
well,
3-4
they,
wins.
look, they traded Miles. They've got assets. They can trade. We saw the Eagles trade up for Carson. We saw the Rams trade up for Jared Goff. Like that's what they got the assets for. They gave away their best player. They didn't give him away. They got a great player, Jared Verse, back. But they got assets right here. Andrew Berry's stocking, and if next year is the year, like look, even if they have the first pick with Baker, they didn't know how to build around him. So they could get the first pick and still screw it up. Teams have done that plenty of times.
Yeah. You sold on Baltimore as one of the favorites?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like, I got to see what the passing game looks like because Lamar wasn't good in the passing game last year. We like Jacoby Lane. He scored a touchdown last week. Like, I think he's going to help. I don't know what Rashad Bateman's issue is and how that thing's going to get resolved. But I'm not convinced the defense can just shut people down. And look, Derrick Henry, everybody fell off last year. Can they get back to where they were in 2024? It's not a guarantee. We don't know what Jesse Minter is going to be like. We don't know what Declan Doyle is going to be like as a play caller. He's never done it before. I think there's a lot of question marks about Baltimore.
That conference, the West, is fascinating.
It's loaded.
Between Denver, KC,
the
Chargers. That's it. That's a great division.
Well, what's interesting about Denver is Sean Payton has been, since he came to the Eagles in '95 with Ray Rhodes, has been a great play caller. Now, John Gruden called plays in '95, but he was on that staff. He's been a great play caller, and he turned it over, to a young, much like the Eagles, to a very young player, Davis Webb, who was a backup quarterback in his league. Mahomes beat him out eventually his freshman season at Texas Tech, but he was a starter for Cliff. He like you just watch him already. Like if they get explosive plays, like they got to play. Waddle caught a pass for 35 yards. If the ball was better thrown by Bo Nix, it's a touchdown. Like if they get more explosive plays in that offense with that defense, like and Sean Payton doesn't want to be in the situation. You go back to the playoff loss to Buffalo. The storm is coming. The snow is coming. It's fourth down, and he doesn't kick the field goal. And the play backfires. The 3 points could have been the difference in winning that game. He does not want to be in a situation this year, in a playoff game, a big game against Kansas City, which he opened with on Monday night, or against the Chargers, where he doesn't make the right decision. So he's like, you do it, Davis. I'm going to make sure that I'm coaching the best I can from the sideline here. That's interesting to me. But
it is.
Look, the Chargers are going to be better. Patrick Mahomes, I can't believe.
Didn't they lose it? Didn't the Chargers get another O lineman get hurt?
They lost their starting center, Tyler Biadasz.
I mean,
but they drafted this kid from Memphis. Man, he looks like he's going to be a good player.
Really
good player. Yeah, he's taller than John Old or Joe Old. Like he's 6'9.5", but he's had a good preseason. I like him a lot.
How about you were in Kansas City? What about the boys over there?
Well, I mean, can you ever really sustain any sort of negativity when you match up Andy and Mahomes? Like there's no better pairing in this business than those two.
No.
And Andy looks the best I've ever seen him. Cause like I don't know what he did weight wise, but it's down. He looks good.
Yeah.
He looks like he's revived. Like I don't know how old Andy is, 68, whatever. He looks good to me.
Yeah.
And Mahomes looks fantastic. Now, we'll see. Like they got a battle at right tackle right now. We'll see what goes on there. The rest of the line looks pretty good. Spags has some guys to work with over there. They got to rebuild a secondary and they got to find a pass rush. They like some of these Peter Woods, this defensive tackle they drafted from Clemson. They don't like him. They love him. So it's going to be a little bit different for Spags, but the kicker just kicked a 69-yard field goal the other day. So I'm thinking about this because around the league now, if you get to midfield, you might have points. Imagine if you get the ball at the 30 and you get a first down, you're at midfield, and you got Harrison Butker or one of these guys like Dallas has, you could have points on the board. Like how many drives? And then you go kick off and you cover the kick and you put them at the 20 and make them go a long field. Like you're not, it used to be it's 4th and 6, you're at the 50. You punted, you try to put it, inside the 20. Now with like Kansas City, they could get points every time they're at midfield if they want.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go NFC. Let's go division. What are you seeing our division? Let's go with, this Washington. I think they're in trouble.
Yeah, it's preseason. Nobody's playing. They show up here 4:25 on September 13th. All right, they're going to see the Eagles. Now, I don't know. Like, does Diggs scare you? He's a good player. He's a good player, but is he really scare you? McLaurin's always hurt the Eagles. Like they lost their left tackle.
I know.
He was the best player on the team, right? I mean, Laramie Tunsil's a great player.
Yeah.
So I kind of think I know what
the quarterback's going through all the nonsense because his mother, his agent, his mom, all the LSU stuff. Maybe the Heisman back. Come on.
I mean, is that really Jaden or is that other people?
No, it's not Jaden. No.
It's not. So whatever. I mean, it has nothing to do with his performance.
It's just a bunch of noise. It's just unnecessary.
Noise. But I just don't think, they just don't. I could go through the list of the running backs they have because none of them scare me.
None of them.
I'm not worried about any of their backs.
And even on defense, how many playmakers they got on defense?
Wow, they spent a lot of money on defense. Like this Sonny Styles is their, was their pick.
I love that kid. But
okay, all right. So, they rebuilt their linebacking core. Their secondary is new. They spent $100 million on a couple of defensive linemen.
I know. I thought they overpaid. You said the same thing I did.
I mean, look, a lot of money. You like Adafe Owe, the person. I just don't think he's a $100 million player.
No.
I know the money is funny money and all that kind of stuff, but still, you made a huge investment. The kid was in Baltimore, had no sacks first half of the season. He goes to the Chargers. He gets 7.5 sacks in the last 8 games, and they give him $100 million. It's just they're counting on him to beat, Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson or whoever's out there. I just don't. So anyways, but if you get to the Giants here, if this Malik Neighbors is good, if he's close to what he was, they're going to be pretty good. I saw, they just signed Najee Harris. So I was at the scrimmage last Thursday. He looked the best I've ever seen him. He's not Derrick Henry big, but he's big. And he scored from the goal line a couple of times. He had a big long run. I don't know, they're a big team. They're a big physical team. Jackson Dart has got to learn how to play the position. He's going to make splash plays. He just is. He's a playmaker. But can he just make the layups down the field? Because there's some questions about this. But I got to tell you, my favorite player that I've seen in preseason is Arvell Reese. I don't know.
Wow, yeah.
He's the favorite guy I've seen in this whole thing. Yeah. And everything I post about him, it goes nuts.
Yeah.
I think the fans know a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 52. He just looks. Now, they have a big hole at defensive tackle.
Yeah.
The edge rushers dominated this Dolphin scrimmage the other day. Abdul Carter, Burnsy, they looked awesome. The secondary is much better. They're going to be much better coached. This should be fun. They should join the race this year. They should be able to, I think they have a good chance to win 9 games, which would be a huge improvement. And who knows if a team with a new coach, a new way of doing things that's just bigger and more physical than other teams, who knows if they catch fire?
Cowboys. Everybody's in love. Everybody's gaga over the Cowboys yet again.
Parker's a good coach.
He is.
Parker's a good coach, and they have upgraded talent. This Jayshon Barham from Michigan looks like he plays the game with his hair on fire. Number 55, a linebacker. It's been a big problem for that team. They do have depth on the defensive line. They don't have Micah. They don't have anybody like that. But they should be better. They should have 8 guys deep on the defensive line. Parker should coach these guys up in the secondary where at least they know what they're doing. They should be better. Look, they gave the Eagles a game week 1 last year. They easily, rain delay. CD catches the ball like he usually does. They probably beat the Eagles week 1 last year. They're going to be a better football team. The division's better with the Giants and the Cowboys, both improving their rosters.
Is Von Miller? Can he play? Still have anything left?
Hell yeah. Yeah, he got 9 sacks last year, playing 30% of the snaps. Yes, he's going to be a situational pass rusher. He went to DeSoto High School. He grew up a Cowboys fan. This is like a dream for him.
Right.
He's got a chicken farm that you probably buy your chickens from in the stores, like 30 miles away from where he's practicing right now. Like, this is a dream for him.
Yeah.
He's down there in the house practicing.
I thought it was a good signing. I was like kind of worried because situationally, like, he's scary. He still scares me.
Gives you some depth at the end of, you need a sack. You can be in situations and just kind of come in and cause havoc. And he's just resting until then, right?
Well,
like he comes out.
Write this down, okay? The problem with experience, cuz, is by the time you get enough of it, you're too old to enjoy it, right? Von Miller has all this experience and he can still enjoy it. All right? Like,
that's brilliant. That's a Baldy wisdom. That's a Baldyism right there.
If Vaughn was on right now, I would tell him that. He's got his groove insoles on. His feet feel good. He's healthy. I think he can give him some pop.
All right, real quick before we go to the Eagles, give me a couple teams that kind of stood out to you in the NFC that you go, I like what I saw.
Well, look, the Seattle Seahawks, they lose Clint Kubiak, and he was a big star of that success last year, no question. But Brian Fleury is calling the plays now. And Brian he's been with Shanahan in San Francisco for the last 6 years. I've known him a long time, working with them quarterback collective. Like, you just watch what they're doing. This Jacardia Wright, he's 8th on the depth chart at running back, 8th, right? Like, he popped a counter tray for 69 yards the other night against the starting defense, right? Like, I just feel like they just do things the right way in Seattle. Like, Brian Schneider's John's unreal, man. Like, the draft, how he built.
Yeah, he's a great GM. Yeah, he really is.
He's a great GM.
Yeah.
Look, the Rams, they're loaded. They're just loaded. Like, they've got depth. They hit on their late draft picks. Like, they're for real. They could have easily beaten the Eagles 2 years in a row in the playoffs in week 3 last year, easily. Now, the Eagles won, so I don't want to take it away from them. They blocked the field goals last year in the fourth quarter to win the game. But they're a good team. They're well coached. I feel like Chicago, I want to love them because of the coach. They led the league in takeaways last year. They led the league in interceptions last year. And they let a lot of those guys go. Byard, Nashawn Wright, Jaquan Brisker, they're all gone. I don't know if they can take the ball away at that rate that they did last. That was a big part of their success. Micah comes back probably week 6 for Green Bay. It's against the Cowboys on a Sunday night at Lambeau. Like, if he comes back and he's anything like Micah, like, they're going to be a problem because they're well coached and they got talent. And we got to see what Minnesota does with Kyler,
Yeah. The Bear thing's interesting because I love the coach, right? Like, I love Ben Johnson. And I love the fact that he says, I want to I don't just want to lead the league in scoring. I want to score. I want to have the highest average, the highest point total. And he knew it.
In the history of the NFL.
That it was Denver.
Yeah.
He knew it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Why do you think he said it?
So he's looking to take the pressure off the defense by saying that. and to motivate his quarterback.
I have a slightly different take. I don't disagree with either one of those, cuz I just feel like that message was sent not just to the players, to everybody at Hallis Hall, which is like NovaCare for the Eagles, right? So to everybody at Hallis Hall, whatever you think about what we're capable of doing, I'm telling you, we're capable of doing more. So don't put any restrictions on
I
this
like
team.
it.
I feel like the message was bigger than just the quarterback.
Oh, you're right. I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I think he wants to have a standard that is the highest possible. Like we're not just going to lead the league. We're going to lead. We're going to be
We're
historic.
going to set records.
Right. Like, and then players love that. Like, I know I want to be a part of that. And I think he will.
Well,
like,
you know,
you're right about their defense, but I got news for you. I think they're going to outscore anybody.
Well, I feel like we might be coming back to an age that was lost a long time ago, where the coaches were the stars of this league.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, Buddy Ryan was a star.
Yeah.
Him going against Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like Mike Ditka was a star.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, the coaches were the stars, not
Parcells.
these play
doesn't
callers.
Get any bigger than
you know,
Parcells.
their heads are all buried. Like I feel like we might be getting back to the coaches.
Yeah.
Are like the personalities. They're not
Yeah.
afraid to say things. They
Yeah.
they blurt things out. They
Yeah.
challenge the Parcells challenge the media every day.
Yeah.
You know, do your homework. Like I kind of college football. It was the bear. You know, it was the stars were of college football were the coaches. I feel like we lost that for a while.
Yeah. I think you're getting it back, Signetti. The whole thing. Well, I'll get you one last thing. I'm worried about the tight ends, like on the Eagles tight ends. I'm worried about the pass catchers and the tight ends. I think they need another tight end, Baldy.
I wouldn't disagree with that. The cut down day is Sunday. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a bunch. Like Howie's probably looking at the same thing that you're looking at.
All right.
So there, you know, a lot of teams like Chicago's got 5. They just drafted one again. You know, the Rams have 5. Look at those 2 teams and see if there's something that gets done.
Yeah, that's good. All right, brother.
Okay.
You're the best. Love you.
Here,